Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. What we do around here is bring about psychological, emotional health, and coaching-related topics. We do that as often as we can, usually several times per week. We've got almost 1,100 of these available for your listening pleasure. A variety of topics. We try to add as often as we can, and we do that in a consistent basis. In any event, would love to be of help to you if that's something you need. A couple ways you can reach out. You can reach out through Twitter at PO Perception, or you can reach out through the About Me section of this YouTube page. Either way, we'll get you in touch with me or a member of my team, and then we can go from there about making 2022 the best year of your life yet. In any event, this is about toxic parents. How do you know if you have one? The first is they give you no support. Now, that could be something as simple as emotional support or just someone to talk to. There's a punishment mentality around the manner in which they approach their relationship with you. Now, that doesn't necessarily speak to financial support. Not everyone can financially support children, which is why there's a vast number of individuals in the world who shouldn't have children or who do, and honestly, in some cases it's better off when they walk away. But if a parent is continually not providing emotional support, they may very well be toxic. Next thing is they kind of think the worst case scenario of anything that you want to try, whether it's a hobby, whether it's a career path, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a social activity. They automatically believe the worst for you because they don't want you to outshine them. And it really does come down to that level of emotional insecurity. Remember, toxic people are insecure at the heart, and they will often make their own children, along with everyone else around them in a lot of cases, feel like a burden. So if you constantly feel like you are burdening them, then chances are you're dealing with a toxic parent. They will use language in such a way that they'll walk backwards and create a lot of gaslighting scenarios and under which you feel like you're never making any real progress as it relates to things, and ultimately kind of move forward in a direction that makes you doubt your ability to have your own autonomy or to hold them accountable for anything at any level. And so when they do that, they're gaining the ability to be irresponsible while as making you feel like you're the person that's wrong or incorrect or unhealthy or unkind for trying to make them be just a little more responsible as it relates to their own challenges. And that can be super toxic and unhealthy for a number of reasons. It's not necessarily something that ultimately goes well, but it's something that you got to think about and just kind of work through, because at the end of the day, their only interest is making sure that they look like a person who has committed a lot of sacrifice for your betterment, even though it's not necessarily anywhere close to true. Then the next thing is you've got to understand they are basically obsessed with the illusion of competition as it relates to your progress. They'll make you be the parent and clean up their messes, but they feel like because in a lot of cases they brought you into the world, that they are owed the right to be treated in a certain manner. This level of control ultimately makes you doubt your own autonomy and the ability to not be a people pleaser as it relates to them on a consistent basis. Thereby you have challenges, and the level of control that you're under can often impact your adult relationships into kind of perpetuity, in the sense of, on a consistent basis, always feeling like you're never really getting ahead with them. But that is ultimately something that you need to kind of think about. Do I want to maintain this relationship just on the perception that they may understand someday, or they may care enough someday to make sacrifices for my benefit? And ultimately, you kind of continue to kind of make things go in a direction, and in that way, it's amazing and can be somewhat, I don't know, halfway toxic. Um, in any event, when you begin to understand your value and you no longer seek their approval, they'll begin other punishment techniques. But realize and recognize that sometimes getting through those types of situations require a certain level of emotional support. Reach out to a coach, counselor, or other practitioner if you need that support. And keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.